My Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the earth, welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshua, and we just want to take this moment, my brothers and my sisters, to say how much we thank you for your subscriptions, for your likes, your comments, your prayers, and everything you do to help to advance this ministry. Praise his holy name. So the last time we were dealing with Psalm 37, verse 7, and we stop out in verse 7. We want to continue that. Now, let's go back and recap a little bit. It says, rest in Yahweh and wait patiently. We talk about that. Wait patiently for him. And he said, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way. So the person who is doing evil and his think is getting by, don't fret yourself, don't worry, don't get angry about that. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't pine yourself away. You know why? Because he said, this man is able to bring wicked devices to pass. Don't worry about him. No. This man here, this Ish man here, this Ish is a man, right? Ish. And the word here, Ish, is like an Aleph, Yod, and Shin. Ish. And my brother and my sister, don't worry. Don't worry about this man who is able to bring wicked devices to pass. Don't worry about him. This man here, is like is a great and mighty man. And you look at him and you say, oh yes, I want to be just like him, because he's a man of high degree. He's a husbandman. The word here come from another word contracted for the word enosh, or perhaps or rather, from an unused root, meaning to be extant. A man as an individual or a male person often used as a adjunct to a more definite term. Okay, so this word here, this man here, this Ish man here, is a Ish. And if this man here is also, like you refer to him also as another man. Okay, any man. Like I said before, a husbandman, a good man, a great man, a great and mighty man. Man of high degree. I mentioned that. Him that is a husbandman and is of the mankind and none else. None else like him. He man. Oh, I wish. Sometimes you say, I wish all the people were like him. That in your mind, that's how he look to you. The person is and then sometimes you'll find a man like this, is a steward, and you look at it and say, man, look, he's able to. He's a good steward, and you talk about this man, he's worthy man. Sometimes he's like that, but another time, what you're looking at is not what is there. You see the side that you want to see because, you think that, he's prospering. He's prospering. And in your mind, he's prospering. Man, I wish I could, I just wish I could be that kind of a person, that kind of attitude. But listen to this. This man, don't fret yourself because of this man who brings wicked devices to pass. I want to look at the word wicked here because the word is mezima. 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 It is Mem, Zain, Mem, and Hey. And this word here, my brothers, my sisters, is talking about like the purpose or discretion or device. Like I said, it brings wicked devices to pass. Okay, so this man right here, he knows how to do it. Okay, he has a plan of action, my brother, my sister. When he planned it and then he acted it out, and you're there looking at it, you know, and he's doing evil, but sometimes, you know, you want to compromise and say, well, you know, yeah, everybody does it. No. His intent is to do evil, wickedness. This man, you'd refer to him as being witty, you know, in his invention, loudness, and then at the same time, this man is mischievous. He does mischievous things, mischievous device. You know, he thought, oh, look at the invention, look what I'm doing. But my brothers, my sisters, his invention is not wholesome. It's wicked. And he sat down and he planned it. He plans it, my brothers, my sisters. He plans it. He plans it. Some years ago, I used to live in an apartment complex here in Jacksonville. And there was a neighbor next to us. Every now and then I see him, you know, and he say hi. Sometimes he's there by himself, sometimes he's there, children over there, like he get his children on weekends or sometimes, and they spend time, then they go on and so on. Look at him, he has tattoo all over. All over. Yes, tattoos. And if you hear something going to them, do stuff to him, you know, like you could hear some. So one day I was nosy. He was coming over and said, man, what do you do? And he looked at me. You want to know? I said, yeah. To find out that, you know, he's a guy who said he believe in being a skinny head and, you know, and all that stuff he said, he can't tell me because if he tell me then, hey, you'll have to get rid of me. I said, you serious? I said, man, are you serious, man? And you know what I said? I said, you know what? I'm going to call the police and tell him that he just threatened me. I'm going to call the police and that he threatened me. So I slept on it in the night, you know. And guess what? The next day I came home from work and I saw the door open wide. And guess what? He was gone. Even the apartment complex people didn't know where he went. Oh my goodness, that was way back in 2017 or 2018, yeah. Even they didn't know where he went. He's gone. You know what he thought? Because he threatened me and he knew that. I knew that he threatened me. He thought, he said, I'm going to call the police. And, you know, he didn't want the police to know what he was doing. Yeah. What it was doing is putting those machine guns, clicking them and putting them together. Can you imagine? So his invention is, wicked devices, loudness, mischievous devices. And so, his intent is to do evil. Witty invention, my brothers and my sisters. And when you find people doing those kind of things, the scriptures say here, do not fret. They look like they're prospering in what they do, but do not fret yourself because of that. No, don't fret yourself, my brothers and my sisters. Do not fret yourself. And in verse 8, listen what they said here. Cease from anger. When we talk about fret, to fret is to get angry about things when you see people are doing and getting ahead in their evil ways. But here he said, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So when you see them doing it, don't get angry and don't try to do it with them. Let them go ahead and do it. Let them go ahead and do it, my brothers and my sisters, because you know what's going to happen? Sooner or later, Yahweh is going to show them up. Cease. The word cease here is the word raha, or rafa, rather. Rafa. To cease. That is, the word rafa here is the word resh, fe, arpe, and he. And what is saying here is to sink or to relax. To sink or to relax. Cease from anger. That is, hey, don't do it. Relax. Let them go on doing it. But you do not do it. To sink is like you get out of the way. Get out of, don't get close to them. Let them go ahead and do what they're doing evil. But you get out of the way. You stay away from that kind of lifestyle, that kind of action, that kind of behavior. Yahweh wants us to stay away. My brothers and my sisters, He wants us to stay away from it. So in other words, to sink here means to abate. It is to, it's like a consume, something consume you, something to draw toward, you're coming towards the evening, right? Draw toward evening. You have a tendency of, man, I'm tired. But guess what? When you come in towards evening, you also feel happy, right? Because you're getting away from work and you're going home. And you're going to be able to sit down and relax a little bit, Just relax with a glass of nice iced tea or some water, And my brother and my sisters, you may probably fail to get involved in something, that you want to get involved in, but my brothers and sisters, you're going to be faint. You're going to wax feeble and you're going to forsake the stuff, my brothers. You're going to stay away from it, abate it, cease from it, draw yourself away from it. It's coming to evening. And sometimes you get tired. And you just want to just say, hey, look, let me just, you know, one time not gonna hurt. That's what we have that kind of attitude. One time won't hurt. No, no, my brothers and sisters. What is saying here? Stay on the path of righteousness. Cease from evil. Don't do it. Draw away from it. Take away, you know. Don't do it. Just say, man, I'm too weak to participate in something like that. Forsake it. Run away from it. Like in the proverb, they say, son, if anybody entice you, run away from it. Run. Don't stay. Praise be to his holy name. Do you remember the story? And I didn't even know that I was going to say it until just now. With Joseph down in Egypt, when his master Potiphar made him the ruler over his house. And while he was gone, his wife tried to entice him into a relationship with her. And he said, no, I'm not going to do it. How can I do such evil in the sight of Yahweh? And for the man who trusted me in his house. And when he tried to run away, she grabbed him by the shirt and tore the shirt off, and she was mad. Because she said, no Hebrew boy going to come in and come tell me what to do. And guess what? When the husband come home, he said, you see this is what you did? You bring this Hebrew boy in here, and you see what he did? Try to rape me. And you see, I grabbed him by the shirt. And you see, here's part of it. What they did, they put him in prison for something he had never done. But Yahweh work it out. Where you have the beggar and the baker, and that people was in there, and how he got the vision and the dream and then interpreted dream for them, and the one who was the cupbearer, was restored. The baker's head was cut off, and and the one who the cupbearer remembered Joseph, and told Pharaoh about him. How he was a man, was good at dreams, and explained to Pharaoh what Joseph did for him. Send and call Joseph. Guess what? The evil that they thought against him never worked out to their pleasure. Even though they got him in prison for a while, he became the prime minister of Egypt and was able to save his household. The people, was his father, his brother, and all who sold him into slavery. He was able to bring them to Egypt and bless them with goods and property, and this is how we end up staying in Egypt for 400 and something years, okay, because of that incident. But look at this. Here, he said, the word here, to cease, means to be slackened. The implication, literally and figuratively, to abate, to cease, to draw away from it, fail to do it, faint. And like you have an idea of to let alone, to go down, to slack, to stay, be still, to be slothful, to be weak, or to be weakened. Don't do it, my brothers and my sisters. Don't do it. Don't do it. He said, cease from anger. That's what he said here. Cease from anger. My brothers and sisters, our time is gone. And so we're going to come back to verse 8. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.